Okay, good morning, Dhamma brothers and sisters. It's great to be here again and given opportunity to do a Dhamma sharing. Okay, I think today we will do a little bit of tweak. So I'm not going to start with a meditation, right? But I will include meditation as part of my sharing later on, all right? And I think a little bit of disclaimer. So my sharing will be mainly talk about application or experience based, right? So I think for today, I'm not going to refer too much to the theory, concepts, or suttas, right? So I think I will really talk a little bit more in terms of experience. Okay, so I think if certain experiences are different from what you experience, maybe, yeah, this is just the differences in our journey, okay? All right. Because I'm a teacher, right, so it is a bit hard for me to engage the audience without understanding your thinking or how you feel. Okay, so I think as usual, I will prepare a bit of Mentimeter here. You can take out of your phone. Okay, you can scan this QR code, or you can go to thementi.com and key in this code 43891736. Okay, whichever is more convenient with you. Yep, I start to see some thumbs up here, so that means quite a number of you are able to log in already. Yeah, occupational hazard. So you can imagine during the time when we have to do HBL, have to conduct lesson via Zoom, I think I suffer a lot. Okay, I think in a while I will go to the next slide. Okay, if you are still on the way of logging in, you can still key in the menti.com and the code will be displayed in every page. Okay, I think check-in question. Maybe could you please type in one word that describe how you are feeling right now? Okay, at least from this this simple activity, you can start to have a sense how everybody in the rooms are doing. Okay, I acknowledge there's a range of emotion here. Okay, some are positive one, but I think some are also like not so positive one, and maybe some are, yeah, a little bit of the negative emotions. But I think all of them are valid emotions. Okay, so I don't know, in our society, sometimes we think that we need to be positive all the time. But in reality, I think you know the first noble truth, right, about dukkha. We cannot experience positivity all the time. Okay, there will be a range of emotions. There will be a range of good and bad days that we go through, right? So hopefully after my sharing today, you can learn a little bit of some practical points about how we can deal with some of these emotions. Okay, for the good one, how we can actually use it as a strength. And for the not so good one, maybe how we manage and deal with it. Because actually, there's no such thing that we need to brush aside one emotions and then like we shouldn't attend to it. But actually all of these are really part of our daily life, part of our practice. Okay, now today's topic is about self-love, right? Maybe I would like to get your view first. What do you understand by self-love? Yeah, there's no right or wrong answers here. Okay, that's nice. I think you can see some themes came up here. It's about being kind to ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, okay? ability to like your inner and outer self, okay, about forgiving our own mistakes and we move on. Yeah, taking care of our mental and physical health. Yeah, I think from my response earlier, I think you could have a sense that this will be one of the areas that we need to do, right? To respect and forgive ourselves, accepting one's strengths and weaknesses without judgment, okay, caring about our own self, okay, avoid harmful things, take care of ourselves, being kind, doing good, putting your needs before others, be kind, okay? Yeah, feeling grateful, reward yourself, yes, balanced life. Okay, good sleep, healthy food, exercise, very good, healthy lifestyle. Oh, metta, yes. Carrying our heart and feeling. Yeah, put the self first. Okay, I think quite interesting. I think a lot of these are really active actions, right? Active actions that we do in order to take care of ourselves. And, okay, see yourself first in order to help others. Okay, now I want to move on to the next question, right? Okay, this one is quite simple. You just need to rate. Okay, I have 3 statements here. See how far you agree with this statement, okay? 1 being the strongly disagree, and then 5 being strongly agree, right? Yeah, the one on the screen, you will see the aggregate from people who put in. Okay, this is quite interesting, right? You notice we had responses from about 37 of you guys, right? So I think generally we all agree that self-love is very important. In fact, like the agreement is at the 4.8, meaning like almost perfect, like super, super important. But just now we talked about putting self before others. Is it a selfish act? I think there's a little bit of response here. Maybe I think some of us may feel, oh yeah, I think it's a little bit selfish. But you notice the degree is not so high, right? 0.8, okay? But interestingly, although we know it's important and it's not really selfish, but when you are asked, I find it easy to do self-love, then it doesn't even hit the 3. So it's really exactly at 2.5. So if you translate back to the school exam results, 50% is just pass. Just pass. Didn't fail, but just pass. So that means like, I think a number of us may be able to do it, but I think it's not an easy thing to do. Okay? Yeah, thank you so much for the engagement here. Because I think my sharing really want to talk about the difficulties of that actually doing self-love may not be an easy thing to do, but it is something that is very important. Okay? I would like to connect this with metta. I think like some of you, I think, mentioned about metta here, because like love here, there are many definitions of love, right? And I think the most universal definition of love is unconditional love, which is we can love ourselves without expecting anything in return or without any conditions, okay? Conditions meaning, for example, I love you only when you give me money, okay? I love you only when you take care of me, all right? But unconditional meaning like without conditions. Like no matter what you do, I love you, okay? So that's unconditional love. Why I connected with metta, right? Because I started doing maybe a bit more serious meditation around the year 2006, okay? Prior to that, I always find doing meditation is difficult, okay? I first learned Buddhism in the year 97. From then, 97 to 2006, around 9 years, I really didn't like meditation. Okay, so to me, meditation is very hard because like when you start sitting down, close your eyes, you're facing a lot of thoughts and very difficult for you to settle down, okay? So I have a wrong idea that this is wrong, if you get what I'm saying, okay? So I get a wrong idea that this phenomena, that when I'm sitting down and then like close my eyes, a lot of thoughts there, it means my meditation is wrong. That one is not a correct idea. Okay, because actually when we close our eyes, right, we are still influenced by all the conditions prior to sitting down and close our eyes. Okay, like how we feel today. Just now when I asked you about how you're feeling, I think it is pretty much influenced by all the incidents or all the events that happened to you. Could be like recently, okay, or this morning, or even like some days before. So that will influence how we feel at this point in time. Okay, so when we do meditation, when we close our eyes, it's like we are facing the mirror to see ourselves. All right. So the first thing that we see will be like, what is my current conditions? Okay. Yeah. So, but 2006, I started to realize actually doing meditation is nice because like when I first know that actually just need to accept, okay, just need to accept my conditions and then just be present, I started to find that, oh, actually meditation is easy. Okay, then I'm not tied by the result. I need to be calm. I need to be still. Okay, I need to be quiet, no thinking, and so on. No, I think once I'm free from all these expectations, I just be who I am, and then I really like it. Okay, but at that point in time, right? Although I learned breath meditation, and then like one of them is metta meditations. I realized I still couldn't connect with the way to do metta meditations. I still find it very difficult, okay, to learn metta meditations. And one of the key significant event is this one, okay, this is in the year 2009. Just now you saw Ajahn Brahm in this current form. So this is Ajahn Brahm in the past, 15 years ago, right, 14 to 15 years ago. So I think you can see that he was still slimmer. Right, so this is when he conducted the executive retreat in Thailand, okay, in 2009. Okay, so I had the good fortune to join the retreat, and at that time, there's one session when Ajahn Brahm lead us in doing metta meditations. Okay, for those of you who have been to Ajahn Brahm's retreat, right, he always did metta meditation at the end of the retreat, basically to close the retreat, and then like we send the love to all beings, right? So, but at that particular retreat, I think he did it once in the third day. When he introduced the metta meditation to us, he spoke to us that the intention is not to close the retreat, but the intention is actually to diversify our practice a little bit. So he said that let's learn a few types of meditations, because he said that although some of us may have preference over certain meditations, if we learn more techniques, we can actually learn how to use them to actually, synergize the practice, and then like how one meditation can help the other meditations. Because it's like we are developing our mind differently. Okay, that's remind me like when you go to the gym, right? And then like the coach will tell you that, okay, today we'll do leg day, the next day we do like the chest and triceps and so on. So actually there are different techniques that when you do it, it will contribute to the holistic development of yourself. Okay, in the gym case will be the holistic development of our body, but here meditation, the different techniques will help in developing holistically for our mind. Okay, this is interesting because after the metta meditation, right, I still couldn't really relate because actually when I did it, I find it hard. But towards the end of the session, towards the end of the meditations, I start to feel a little bit more peaceful. Okay, so after the meditation, Ajahn Brahm asked the question to the audience. The question he asked is this: how many of you found the meditation just now was easy? Initially, I thought, obviously not easy. I still find it very hard to connect, right? But I saw many of people in the room raise their hands. Well, when I saw many people in the room raise their hands, right, my initial reaction was like, wah, jalat, am I the only one? So I also raised my hand. I also raised my hand because I thought, okay lah, at the end of the session, I found it a bit peaceful, right? So, okay lah, easy lah. Convince myself. Then, to my surprise, right, Ajahn Brahm suddenly turned his head and then like facing me. Then you know what he said? He said here, over here in this meditation retreat, we want honesty. Doesn't mean when everyone else raising their hands, right? And then like you just follow for the sake of following. Wow, I felt like a little bit embarrassed also, right? Because I thought, Oh yeah, I think he really spot on. I think he could see the reason why I put up my hand. Okay. At the time, I thought, wow, he can read mine. But maybe after thinking about it, I was thinking, maybe my body language also already give the answers. No need to read my mind. Okay. Then he followed up with the next question, right? After that, he asked, to those of you who find it difficult, do you know why? Wow, if you ask us questions, you can imagine that the room will be silent now. Nobody answers. Yeah, then Ajahn Brahm is very kind. He gave the answers after that. He said, for those of you who found it hard to do metta meditations, that's because you think you don't deserve it. Wow, I thought it's very profound. You think you don't deserve it, that's why you can't do the metta meditations, right? Did I understand? No. I didn't understand what does it mean by the deservedness here, okay? Like why, what's got thing to do with the ability to do the metta meditation, okay? Yeah, so as usual, come back from the retreat, life goes on, right? I think I didn't think about it much, and also like I didn't do a lot of metta meditations, except when we have it in the Sunday service lah. When we do metta meditation, then we do. Yeah, but other than that, I still didn't do, and I think I didn't think too much about that issue about the why I couldn't do metta meditations, because I think I didn't deserve it, right? So I just leave the question really open. And I think back in my life, I didn't think about it much as well, okay? Until about 10 years later, right, 2019, I actually come across this really something like when your mind is ready to learn, then the opportunity will present itself, right? Between 2009 and 2019, I started my new job, right? I think at the end of 2010, I left. At the time, I was working as a research staff in NIE, doing education research. Then 2011, I joined teaching, right? Yeah, so I think with the new job, I think a lot of time spent in customizing myself with the new roles and so on, right? Then I think 8 years in teaching, also I've been performing several roles, right? Until one day, I was actually asked to join a course, to take some leadership course, right? This course is not for teachers, right? Actually, this course is for general public, about leadership, about system thinking, actually, right? But inside of it, the instructor basically like engineered the course so that we really experience the system, the effect of it, rather than theory-based. Okay, so it's a really practical base, right? Then I started to realize, actually, I have one issue, okay? The issue is actually I have a strong fear about people assessment on me, okay? So when I reflected back into my behaviors, I think as I do my job, as I do my roles, right, I realized actually I'm the type who seek harmony type, okay, because I don't like to confront people, I avoid conflict, right? And I think I also try to justify myself very hard, so that there is no bad assessment that people put on me. Okay, I don't want to see badly in other people's eyes. Okay, so there's such strong fear of assessment. In the course, the fear really came up very strongly, because I think with the engineered, with the simulated situation there, I realized actually when I read participants' comment about me, I see something that, you know, it really triggered me, and then I suddenly feel that I was very unsafe staying in that circle. Okay, I really want to go out, but unfortunately cannot, because it was still, it was only on the second or third day. It was a 5-day course, right? So in fact, the whole learning will only complete when you confront the issue. And that's what my instructor expected me to do, to confront the issue about that. So how to confront the issue, right? I need to trace back into why I have such feeling of insecurity, okay? Why I have such fear of people assessment. Okay, and I realized actually it could be traced maybe in my childhood, in the way I grew up and was brought up. Okay, you know, I think we live in the Asian context, right? I think it is quite common that for the parents in that days, right? Like this is what my parents did as well. They hardly praise me, okay, whenever I do good things, but whenever I do like something wrong, then they will stand to correct me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they hardly praise. It's like, this is like the Eastern and Western approach. If you see the Western movies, right, the parents are very generous in praising their kids, right? Every little thing, praise, praise, praise. But I think in our Asian context, I realized that not only my parents, but I feel like other people as well, the parents generally don't tend to praise you too much, okay? And in fact, in my parents' case, they also had an idea that when you praise your children, I think it will make them feel contented, and then they don't want to do more lah. They don't want to do their best. For example, if I get certain marks and then like they praise, then I may lose motivation to study further, right? So that's what they thought. That's why they never do that, okay? I didn't realize that actually that experience of growing up in such instructions, right, in such a pattern that my parents put, actually developed this kind of sense of fear of assessment. You know why? Because I think once I reach a teenage age, right, I start to break away in the sense that I really need to seek for affirmations. I couldn't get it from my parents at home. That's why actually I do it a bit more in school, organization, and so on. And I get affirmation from these external people, okay, from my teachers, from my peers, okay, my seniors, my juniors, and then like people out there. Then I feel very good because I feel like, oh yeah, I think I have good image, I have a certain competence, that's why people praise me, right? But I didn't get it at home, okay? So I think because of that, right, subconsciously, in the way I do things later on in life, I still run based on this pattern. Okay, so I try my best not to have people have bad assessment on me. I feel uncomfortable if I have that, and because of that, it turns into some fear of assessment. Okay, so how to overcome it? Definitely, it's not easier. Until the realization comes on the 4th day, is in the next day, right? As I said, this course is very experiential, right? So on the 3rd day, what happened is, I suffer. I feel like I want to run away from the course, right? But actually at home, there's also another episode, right? At home, my elder daughter at that time, this is hers in 2019, right? She was still P1. So she actually fell sick. Then she has a very high fever, right? But the thing is, very high fever, then at that time, my second one is still very young, and my wife need to manage them alone, right? So I feel a bit guilty being outside and then like try to monitor what happened at home lah. So I think I texted her a few times, you know, that how is her fever now? And I think at the time, I think my wife tried to comfort me, like, it's okay, just focus on the course, right? Her fever is still a bit high, but it's okay, she take medicine and so on, right? So on that 3rd day, I really didn't see her. So I only know that she was sick, but didn't see her, right? And on the 3rd day also, like, I have signed up for the evening program of the course. So the course actually by right officially ended at about 6 p.m., but the instructor have like a separate session, like from 7 to 9 p.m. Actually, in that session, we will discuss something a little bit deeper lah. So on that day, I have chosen to go. So initially, I also wanted to go home and didn't go, right? But in the end, because of that, I decided, okay, like, maybe I just stay and yeah, brace this discomfort, okay? So when I went home, it is already very late at night, about 11 p.m. plus, and then like she already slept, okay? Now, on the 3rd day, right, because at that time, I was still like juggling, you know, I'm still facing this problem. There's something I need to confront, something I need to solve. But my daughter also sick. Then on Thursday, I don't know why, because I left house about 6 a.m. I think about 5:45, she actually has woken up. Okay? So when she woke up, right, you see, this is something like a little thing that actually means a lot. So when she woke up, the first reaction that she saw me, right, she actually ran, despite she was sick, ran and hugged me. Okay? In normal situation, maybe you don't see it as something big gesture, right? But I think at the point in time, I realized actually she has unconditional love. Okay, I realized that despite the daddy is not around when she was sick, couldn't give attention and so on, but the moment she see me, she's very happy. She didn't think about what I do to her, but I think what she really thinks is just she's just so happy to see me and then like hug me, right? I tell you, that hug is the one that helped me solve the issue, Because I don't know why, because like after I received the love, then I realized actually I have love from my daughter, and also like of course from my family, right? I have it actually developed the courage that I'm able to face the fear, okay? So how to face the fear? Of course, in the course, I'm able to articulate it a bit clearer, right? And then I think at that time, I was also guided, like for example, if you meet your parents and then you need to talk about it, and then like, what would you say, right? In order to solve the issue, then I'm able to articulate it. And then because of that, I feel, I make a closure to this bit, and then I feel better, okay? Yeah, interesting, because like, I realized that the power of embracing unconditional love, right, is so, so, so powerful. Okay, in fact, like if I look at my condition at that time, I think I have issue, maybe like affecting some mental wellness there, right? It can be solved when I embrace unconditional love. Because I feel first, it enlarges the space within us. It's a bit hard for me to explain, but space is like, we thought that we can only take in this much, okay? We thought that we have no space, we have no time, we have no space because of all the things that we need to go through. But actually, once you put in love, right, suddenly I feel the space actually enlarges. There are some rooms that I can actually use in my mind, in my body, right, to actually do something more, okay? Then I realized that by embracing unconditional love also, I shifting the mindset. I experienced some shift in the mindset from deficiency into abundance, okay? From deficiency into abundance. And then the real testimony come actually when I came out from the course. Then actually the following day, I need to bring my big stuff to go for learning journey at that time. We went to Batam, right, some learning journey. At first, I didn't want to go because I feel so tired after the course that was very torturing, right? But, okay, just go. When I went there, suddenly I realized I didn't feel so scared anymore when I'm in the big group of my colleagues. Suddenly I feel like I care less of their assessment to me, right? Because I feel good myself. I feel like I have my own support. I feel I have my own courage. I feel like I can generate some love for me myself. So I don't need the power or affirmation from outside, okay? So it was quite revealing because I realized that, oh yeah, actually that's really the issue why I have lack of confidence in the past, okay? Although I may have certain competence, but lack of confidence, so therefore it doesn't align, okay? And I think that also realized that actually I already have people who support me, I already have the abundance of capital and love, but I didn't utilize them. That's what I mean by, that's maybe what Ajahn Brahm means by, I think I didn't deserve it. That's why I didn't see this love as part of the strength that we can actually use, okay? Yeah, so, right. So interestingly, right, yeah, of course, after the course, things are very high, but after a while, it goes back to normal again. Yeah, then I realized that actually this thing needs to be cultivated daily, right? And when we talk about cultivating metta, right, you notice that this is our typical sequence of doing metta meditation, right? So first, we give affirmation to ourselves, like, may I be well, may I be happy, right? May I be healthy, may I be free from suffering, and so on the self. Then only then we think about lovable people. Lovable people means like people who inspire us. For example, our teachers, right? People that we can easily connect with, and then like we are able to generate loving kindness to them. Then go to intimate people, neutral people, then unpleasant people, then go to hostile, our enemy, then only all beings, okay? But the premise is if we don't do much of the self part, we can't transcend our loving kindness to the larger group of people. It will become not so effective, okay? Yeah, so today I'm going to introduce some practice that I learned also about how we actually do metta for ourselves, the first bit. So you can think about today is like Metta 101. It's really from the basic. How I learned it, thankfully during COVID times, actually I started to connect with some of my friends in Indonesia, and then some of them actually like a meditation teacher. You know, I've been connecting with him for quite a while, But I didn't know that he was ex-monk last time, and then like he was so-called like called to conduct a meditation class online for all of us, because he felt that this is really the need during COVID, like a lot of people suffer mental health and so on. So he conducted, then I joined, and I realized actually there's a way to cultivate metta for ourselves. Okay, so now let's do some practice of metta, maybe about 20 minutes. Okay, now we'll do the meditations. Okay, just be open mind, right? Don't expect anything, so just think about this session as something for me to let go. Okay, so just let's make ourselves comfortable. You can adjust your sitting position first. For a few brothers and sisters who just now mentioned about some unpleasant experience they have currently, emotion currently, I think just let them be. Do not dwell in it, but just acknowledge they are there. Then let's bring our mindset to take a break from all our busyness. In your mind, you may have pop up of thoughts here and there. Just gently acknowledge them and tell them, I will get back to you later. Okay, I will start our self-love meditation here to do self-love for our body. I think whenever BF Sunday service, we play Ajahn Brahm's audio guide for doing meditation. He's always doing this bit about taking care of our body, sending love to our body. Let's do like what Ajahn Brahm teaches us. You can start focusing your attention to the top of your head. Just feel, is there any tension over there? If there's any tension, just relax that bit by sending our loving kindness to our head. Just tell our head, may you be well, may you be happy. May you be free from this suffering. Just relax. You may start to notice the change in the sensation, the softening of your head. Can goes down to the face. You can slowly scan your face, all parts of your face, and do the same thing. Notice any tension. If there's any tension, just send your loving kindness. May you be well, may you be happy. And feel that part of your face is getting softening. Now we can go down to our neck. I think this bit many of us are able to relate. When we text too much, seeing our phone, seeing our computer, there are tensions in the neck, and we often neglect them. So just relax our necks. May you be well, may you be happy. To your shoulder now. Any aching feeling, any pain, just wisdom. Just relax. May you be well. May you be happy. Scan all the way down from the upper back to the lower back. We scan from the back first. Just feel, is there any tension? If there is, just spend some moments to relax them. You can now scan the front part of your body, from your chest all the way down to your stomach. Now you realize the tension may not just happen at the surface, but can also be inside. Our organs, the blockages in the blood flow, just relax them. May you be well. May you be happy. You can scan both arms, left and right. At your comfortable pace, scan them from your shoulder all the way down to the tip of your fingers. If there's any tension, just pause for a while and relax them. Now let's go to our hips. You may feel a bit of tightness there from sitting down. Just breathe in and send the positive energy from the oxygens to that part of the tension. And wish your hips to be well, to be healthy, to be relaxed. Now scan your legs from your thigh on both sides all the way down to your knees. Some of us may have some knees problem, so you may feel the tension or discomfort over there. Just spend some time to wish your knees well, wish them well and happy. And continue all the way down until your feet. and your toes. Look at the whole of your body. What's your body feeling now after you scan the whole part of your body? Just wish your whole body to be well, to be relaxed, to be happy. After spending some self-care for our body, let's do some recollections what our body has done to us. Our body has been around with us since the day we are born. So it's been many, many, many years. Our body is supporting us, enabling us to do a lot of things, always doing their best to support our activities and what we want to do. Imagine without my head and brain, I will not be able to think. Without the neck, I will not be able to support my head and have the range of motions that required. Imagine what we can do if we don't have some part of our body. So our body has done a lot for us, has been doing their best to support us. Let's give our gratitude to our body. Thank you, body, for being kind and supporting me all these years. Thank you for always doing your best. Without you, I will not be able to function properly. And I really thank you for that. Now think about it, since our body has done so much for us, but in turn, what have we done to our body? Have we taken care of them well? Have we been sensitive and listening to their needs? Have we forced them to do things when they are tired? Or have we even abused them by taking unhealthy things that doesn't support their development? If we have done any of these things, just realize, just be aware that some of the suffering they experience are also contributed by us, by not taking care of them so well, or by doing things that are harmful. It is right now to seek forgiveness to our body. I'm sorry, body, if all these years I have not been treating you well. I'm sorry for my ignorance and negligence towards you. Please forgive me. In future, I promise I'll be more mindful in taking care of you. I'll be more mindful in listening to your needs. I'll be more mindful in supporting your functions. May you be well. May you be free from all bodily suffering. May you be healthy. And long life, so that together we can do a lot of good deeds. Now imagine you are seeing yourself, because yourself is not just about your body, but also your body and mind. If it is easier, you can either picture yourself seeing yourself in the mirror, or you can also visualize that you are out of your body currently and seeing you from the outside, seated there. Same as the body, my mind also need to be well. My mind also don't like to suffer. Let's give our best wishes to ourselves. May I be free from all dangers. May I be free from all mental suffering. May I be free from all the physical suffering. May I be well. May I be happy. You may repeat these well wishes 3 times in your own words. Just make sure you wish yourself with all the sincerity that you have. When you are done, you can shift your attention to your breath. Beware of your breathing. You can take 3 deep breaths at your own pace. At the end of the 3rd one, you may open your eyes. Okay, the moment we come out from meditation is very precious. Okay, so don't jump into activity, just slowly adjust yourself. Okay, I think let's spend a quiet 1-minute moment, right? You can go back to your Mentimeter. I would like to invite you to type what's your experience like doing this metta meditation. Okay, I think from the responses, yeah, I'm not going to ask like Ajahn Brahm, ask you how who find it easy or difficult. Okay, but I think from here I can see many of you have a good quality time to yourself. Yeah, it's understandable. It's weird to send love to myself. I think it's not something common that we do, right? Yeah, I mean distraction, unfocused, that one is really part and parcel, right? So don't imagine that whenever we are meditating, then we will be totally calm. Okay, that's good, right? Um, it takes practice, it takes cultivation. It's like if you haven't run for a long time, then the first time you run, it will take a while to get used to it, right? Before you make it a habit. I like to share what experience I had after doing this type of metta meditation, right? I realized there's one meditation hurdle that I overcome as well, okay? I didn't realize it was done until it happened about earlier this year when I had a school camp. So I need to stay in the school overnight. And I'm on night duty. So meaning my duty is actually 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., okay, doing night duty over there. We finish all the evening program until 10 something. Then the moment we pack and then like make sure all the students settle down and so on, then the moment I get back to my room is about 11 o'clock, right? So at that time I was thinking, I have a resting time between 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., but I don't want to go to sleep. Because if I go to sleep, I don't think I can wake up at 1 a.m. and do my duty lah. So I choose to do meditation, right? So initially I thought I will just spend maybe about half an hour doing meditation because I think I never experienced, doing meditation more than 1 hour, like sit through straight. Okay, always like a wake up. So even like during retreat, usually after 1 hour, I will wake up first, right? Then after that, go back to it again. I seldom do it throughout. But that night, right, I don't know why. Maybe because like suddenly I'm in the environment that is not usual, not in my room, right? I'm in the school, in the classroom. Then I sit meditating there. I feel so peaceful. Then usually after half an hour, I will feel my body ache and so on. But at that point in time, I really didn't feel anything. Okay, I really feel like my body just super comfortable. Okay, then I just sit through until the moment that I wanted to get up of the meditations. Okay, so when I get up of the meditation, I'm very surprised when I see the clock, because the clock showed me 12:45. So meaning I've been meditating 1 hour 45 minutes, sit through, and I feel very comfortable. Contrasting to it, right, about a few months earlier when I came for a retreat here, right, then I realized at that point in time, we do just 1 day, full day mindfulness. But when I did the afternoon session, I was struggling because like from morning sitting, it's already like quite painful. Then afternoon, when I sit again, it's like the pain become more and more unbearable, right? Until the monk at that time, Venerable Atadiro, who gave the retreat, right, he ended the afternoon session, usually supposed to be 1 hour session, but he ended after 45 minutes. And he said, I ended earlier because the room become more noisy now. Noisy because we've been shifting our body too much, right? Yeah, so I realized that at that point in time, I was struggling how to handle this pain, right? How to handle this body pain. Then Bante mentioned it's not possible to confront the body pain, right? You cannot confront it by saying, okay, who can stay longer, me or you? It won't work that way, right? But I think he mentioned something like we need to overcome it with wisdom, which is like seeing the pain as it is and then like let it go. But the problem is, I feel I don't have the capacity to observe the pain, to be there, and then like being so objective and detached from it and let it go. I couldn't do it. But that experience when I did the 1 hour 45 minutes straight without feeling pain, right? When I reflected it, I don't think there's no pain at all. I believe there's pain. But I was dwelling a lot in the comfort that the metta has been provided to my body. That's why I don't feel the pain. Okay? Does it make sense? The analogy is like this. For example, suddenly your boss give you a bonus. Wow, suddenly 3 months bonus. And then like without prior notice or indication, or suddenly like announce, You got 3 months bonus. What do you think you're feeling on that day? Super happy, excited, right? So if you go out and suddenly someone bang to you when you are on the way to the MRT or to the train, would you get angry? No. The experience, the contact is still the same, right? You still contact, like a person still bang to you. But in normal situation, we are so deficit. We think that, oh, I have been using my body for work, then I needed to do other things and all. So we are in the deficiency mode of thinking that I couldn't afford to have any more suffering, right? But when you have abundance of love, abundance of metta, at the end of the suffering, you don't mind. You can let it be, you can let it go, right? I think when someone bangs to you, then immediately, before I think someone apologizes, you already say, it's okay, right? Because you are so happy, you are so excited with the happiness that you have from the bonus. So it's a bit like that, okay? I think I realized after cultivating this metta to myself, right? When I do metta meditation, also a bit easier now, in the sense that when I say like, may I be well and happy, may you be well and happy, it's not just a script that is running at the language and head level, okay, but it really engages the emotions, engages the emotion here that I really wish myself to be happy, I really wish other people to be happy, okay? So that's the importance of self-love, because self-love to me is really providing the basis for us to do anything else, okay? If we don't love ourselves, then you can see that we may not have the capacity to handle other things, okay? Yeah, so I think that's all for my sharing today. Do you have any question?
Test. Yeah. Any questions from anyone? Any sharings of comment?
You can either type here or you can also raise your hand, then Brother Yogi will pass the mic to you.
Everyone feels calm. Everyone feels that meditation is easy now. I think maybe just some comments from my side. I think I do feel meditation journey is not easy, and sometimes you will be able to sit better when you don't have expectations. Because sometimes I think the challenge when you comes into meditation is that there's one day when you're able to sit and you feel very peaceful, you feel very comfortable, and you expect the next day you'll be able to kind of like do the same thing. But again, when you do meditation on the daily basis, the journey might not be the same. Sometimes it can be good. Sometimes you can actually just sit there for 30 minutes, but your mind actually wanders really like monkey and jump. And basically you just sit for 30 minutes, and at the end of the 30 minutes, instead of getting the peace, you actually feel more restless because your mind has been wandering for that 30 minutes. So I think it's a long journey. So I think I hope everyone will be able to benefit from today's talk. Maybe Brother Luis, anything to add?
Yeah, thank you, Brother Yogi. I think for the addition, yeah, I just want to mention also like cultivate this daily. Okay, now my daily routine is like in the morning, I will do the self-love meditation first. Yeah, for about half an hour. Yeah, so at first maybe it is a bit hard to make it like a regular practice, but I think after doing it for maybe 21 days, right, then you will start to see that it is more natural, and then you will start to enjoy it. Then after that, you will just see it as like the way we need water to drink, right, in a day. Yeah, so I think we need to do it. But I think to be honest, have I ever like wake up late and then forgotten to do it? Yeah, there are some occasions, but usually when I do that, I will make time in the day to actually do it. Set aside half an hour, maybe afternoon or evening to do it. But I find the best is really in the morning, because like spending me time in the morning really give me a lot of energy to start. Okay, yeah. So hopefully you'll find it meaningful, right? So thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Brother Luis.